Hi friends, my name is Bhavya Mangla. I am IATF qualified auditor doing audit for the automotive sector for the last 18 years. I'm again back with a very interesting topic that is related to report documentation, step 7 of FMEA AIG VDF first edition. That what exactly is that in report documentation. So to make you more clear about this particular thing, you can just imagine there is a marriage or a function in your family. So you plan certain things, that what is the date of the function, what is the venue of that, how many people you need to call, what will be the dishes that you're going to prepare, what are the gifts that you're going to give, and so many things that you plan. And then accordingly then you execute that. And once you complete that, then you also see that how the things have gone right, how the things have gone wrong, and what needs to be done so that you can improve further maybe for the next function. Something similar is there in report documentation. So in this particular video, I'm going to talk about what is FMEA, what are the 7 steps of FMEA, then something specific related to report documentation, and what are the challenges that industry is facing with respect to it. So let's start first with the definition of FMEA. So when we talk about FMEA, basically FMEA is a team-oriented, systematic, qualitative and analytical method to identify, analyze and mitigate the technical risk related to product and manufacturing process. One very important thing to understand about FMEA is that first, it's a live document. Secondly, it's a before the event, not after the event. So we need to make FMEA before making the product design, or maybe a tool design, or maybe a manufacturing process design, because only then it will serve the purpose. Then it's also important to understand that whatever FMEA that you are making with the help of a cross-functional team, whether it is serving the purpose or not. So as per the manual, one very important indicator is cost of quality and cost of poor quality. So we need to identify what is the cost of quality and cost of poor quality before making the FMEA, and once we make the FMEA and effectively implement that, then we need to see that whether any improvement is coming in this cost of quality and cost of poor quality. If the trend is positive, that's an indication that FMEA is effective. But if it is not, we all know the answer for that. Now to talk specifically with respect to the 7 steps with respect to FMEA. So the first step is about planning and preparation. The second step is about structure analysis. Third one is about function analysis. The fourth one is talking about the failure analysis. The fifth one is talking about the risk analysis. The sixth one is related to optimization. And the seventh one, for which I am talking today, is about report documentation. So these are the 7 key steps on which this entire FMEA manual has been based. So let's talk specifically with respect to step number 7, what is report documentation. So when we talk about report documentation, there are 5 key objectives through which we can understand what exactly is this report documentation. And those 5 steps are, the first one is about communication with respect to the results and the conclusion of the analysis, that what all has happened. The second one is to establish that what will be the content of the documentation, because unless and until we are clear that what all content should be there and the formatting should be there, we will not be able to do much. The third one is about documentation, that based on the establishment of the content, then we actually document everything, that what all we have discussed as part of CFT, what are the possible risks and what actions have been proposed, all those things come as a part of documentation. The fourth one is talking about communication, that now you communicate to all the relevant people, maybe organization, maybe customer or suppliers, about the actions taken and the possible high risk on which something needs to be done. And the last one is recording. We need to record that what has been done as a part of risk analysis, what actions we are taking to do the risk reduction. So all those things become a part of that. Then to talk specifically a little bit more detail about report documentation, the content of the FMEA, whatever we are making, that should fulfill the requirements of the organization, customer and all the relevant stakeholders. Another important thing is that there are many things in the FMEA which may be very close to the organization, which they have designed. So the intellectual property should be taken care of very closely, and it should not be shared with any other third party except the organization who is developing it. So organization needs to take care, especially with respect to the design FMEA. And if you talk in detail with respect to the report documentation, so it is primarily talking about the 6 key steps of the FMEA. The first step is talking with respect to the planning and preparation, and in planning and preparation it is talking about the 5 T's, about the intent, timing, team, task and tool. The step 2 is about structure analysis, which talks about the summary of the scope of the analysis, and we identify that what can be something new coming out of it. The third step is about functional analysis, where we talk about how the function is developing, what is the expectation from that function. We all document with respect to that. The step number 4 is about failure analysis that we document here, where we identify the high risk failure, what is the severity, occurrence and detection, and what are the action priority, which in the previous edition we used to call it RPN. The step 5 that we document is about risk analysis, wherein we talk about what are the actions that we have planned or we have taken with respect to the high risk that has been identified with a cross-functional team. And the last step 6 is talking about optimization, wherein we are talking about what is the action that we are taking, who is responsible for that, for all the open points. Then we also have to commit ourselves to review and update the FMEA during mass production, during design change, corrective action and any other change that is happening. And finally, we need to capture what are the things gone wrong so that it is useful for making the next FMEA that can be a good input with respect to that. To talk about some of the key challenges that industry is facing with respect to report documentation, the first thing is that how often the cross-functional team which is working on this FMEA, they're clear about all the 6 steps from step 1 to step 6, because unless and until they are clear about it, it will be very difficult for them to document everything correctly. And then secondly, we all say that FMEA is a live document, but what's the indication of that? The indication is that in case any change is happening in the production or maybe in the product and process, FMEA should be updated. Whenever any complaint is coming or any correction is happening, FMEA should be updated. So how often it is happening that all those changes are being incorporated in the FMEA so that we can truly say that FMEA is a live document? That's a key challenge that industry is actually facing. So if I do a summary again, I talked about what is FMEA, what are the 7 steps of FMEA, then I talked specifically with respect to report documentation and what are the challenges that industry is facing. My next video will again be in line with this FMEA series, and there I will be talking about the 7 steps in detail, what exactly the 7 steps are, what intent is there with respect to that, and what we can learn from that. Regularly I am getting a lot of feedback from your side and they are helping me to understand your expectation. So please do continue that. And in case you want to understand about this video a little bit more in detail, so if you see below there is a link, if you click that you will find a blog there, and there you will find this information in much more detail. And in case you are liking these kind of videos and blogs, you can always share with your friends, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel bhavyamangala.com. Thank you.